Hello, you're watching HORNBILL TV's Prime Time, and now the headlines. At least 18 people have been killed and 750 injured in a huge explosion at the port of Bandar Abbas in southern Iran, according to official Iranian media citing the country's interior ministry. The Thiruvananthapuram International Airport received a bomb threat via email on Sunday. Bomb disposal squads have been deployed and thorough inspections of all terminals are underway, according to officials. Russia detained a man suspected of killing a Russian general in a car blast outside Moscow on Ukraine's orders, the FSB Secret Service said on Saturday. The Intelligence Bureau has handed over the list of around 5,000 Pakistani nationals living in the national capital to the Delhi police to ensure these people return home. And now the news in detail. At least 18 people have been killed and 750 injured in a huge explosion at the port of Bandar Abbas in southern Iran, according to official Iranian media citing the country's interior ministry. The explosion sent a huge plume of thick grey smoke from the Shahid Rajeh part of the port complex, according to videos geolocated by CNN, with the government saying the blast was likely linked to chemicals being stored. Iran's Minister of Interior Iskandar Momeni said 6 people remain missing as firefighters continue to work to extinguish the blaze despite challenges posed by high winds, Iranian media reported. No cause has been given for the explosion. A government spokeswoman, Fatemi Muhajirani, said it would take some time to establish the cause, but so far what has been determined is that containers were stored in a corner of the port that likely contained chemicals which exploded. Iran's National Iranian Oil Refining and Distribution Company said the explosion at the port was not related to the refineries, fuel tanks or oil pipelines associated with the company in that area. This came after Iranian official media reported that the blast occurred after a fuel tanker at the port exploded for unknown reasons. The incident prompted Iranian authorities to declare a state of emergency in the city of Bandar Abbas to safeguard citizens amid a significant rise in air pollution. The Ministry of Health has mobilized health teams and implemented emergency measures to protect public health. Citizens are advised to stay indoors, avoid outdoor activities and keep windows closed, according to official Iranian media.
بگو گازه بره بگو بره داره میترکه اوه یا علی نترکه اینجا همه خارج شن
The Thiruvananthapuram International Airport received a bomb threat via email on Sunday. Bomb disposal squads have been deployed and thorough inspections of all terminals were underway, according to a statement from the public relations officer of the airport. The threat comes just a day after a series of bomb threats were sent to various hotels in the state capital. On Saturday, police teams including bomb disposal units and dog squads conducted inspections at several hotels following similar threatening emails. However, no explosives were found and authorities later confirmed that the threats were hoaxes. An officer from the Cantonment police station said that despite the alarming nature of the messages, detailed inspections at all affected hotels, including the Hilton Hotel located in the heart of Thiruvananthapuram, found no suspicious materials. They are actively investigating the source of the emails, the officer added. In recent months, a wave of email threats has targeted key locations across Kerala, including district collectorates, revenue divisional offices and the Kerala High Court. In every instance, police have ruled out any real danger following exhaustive searches, classifying the threats as hoaxes. The Intelligence Bureau has handed over the list of around 5,000 Pakistani nationals living in the national capital to the Delhi police to ensure these people return home. The visas of Pakistan nationals have been revoked in the wake of the recent directive of the centre, prompted by a recent terrorist attack on tourists in the Palahalam district of Jammu and Kashmir. The Foreign Regional Registration Office has shared the list with a special branch of the Delhi police, and it was further shared with the district concerned for further verification and identification. The list includes the names of Hindu Pakistan nationals who have long-term visas and are exempted. The official said that the list has been handed over to the district concerned for verification and asked the Pak nationals to return to their homeland. Central and northeast districts have a high number of Pakistani nationals living in the area. The official also added that a meeting was called over the matter and the Delhi police have been instructed to take immediate action on the matter. Senior officers are monitoring the situation. Russia detained a man suspected of killing a Russian general in a car blast outside Moscow on Ukraine's orders, the FSB Secret Service said on Saturday. Moscow had previously accused Kyiv of being behind the blast on Friday, which killed senior Russian General Yaroslav Moskalik, deputy head of the main operational directorate of the military's general staff. According to FSB, Kuzin had rigged the car with a homemade explosive device, which he took from a Ukrainian Secret Service stash in the Moscow region, and the bomb was then detonated remotely from Ukraine. A video released by the FSB showed Kuzin apparently confessing, as well as his arrest on a forest road and the bomb's components. The suspect, who could face a life sentence on terrorism charges, appeared alone on the video, but it was unclear whether he was speaking under duress. Kyiv has not commented on the blast, which bore the hallmarks of previous attacks on military figures and high-profile backers of the Kremlin's offensive over the last 3 years.
Витальевич, 1983 года рождения, был завербован украинскими спецслужбами куратором Вадимом в Киевской области. В 2023 году в апреле месяце. В 2023 году в сентябре по его указаниям я уехал в Москву. В ноябре 2024 года я заселился по его указанию, которую оплачивал непосредственно он. В 2025 году в феврале я купил автомобиль Volkswagen Универсал. Также по его указаниям и по его координатам в конце февраля 2025 года по его координатам я нашел тайник и забрал оттуда видеокамеру и бомбу.
Delhi Police Crime Branch has arrested the arms supply of Hashim Baba gang from the nearby area of Begumpur Police Station and seized 2 semi-automatic pistols along with 4 live bullets, officials said on Sunday. The arrest was made when the accused, identified as Mohammad Rihan, was on his way to deliver the consignment of arms to an active member of the Hashim Baba gang in Sector 24 Rohini. Later, police arrested Rihan's associate and seized a semi-automatic sophisticated pistol and 2 live bullets from him. DCP Crime Hashim informed that Rihan was arrested on April 22nd after the crime branch received secret information regarding the supply of illegal firearms. According to Hashim, the accused revealed that he used to buy these pistols from one associate identified as Salman and further sell them to the members of the Hashim Baba gang and others. The investigation led to the arrest of the associate. Several deaths are being reported from the Canadian city of Vancouver after a driver ran over a crowd at a street festival. The local police said the incident occurred around 8 p.m. local time. The incident happened as members of the Filipino community gathered in large numbers to celebrate Lapu Lapu Day in the city's Sunset on Fraser neighborhood. The driver has been taken into custody, police said. Police have so far not confirmed if it was a car attack or an accident. Eyewitnesses told local media outlets that a black SUV plowed through the festival at speed, hitting multiple people as it drove through the crowds. They said the driver of the car appeared to be a young Asian man and appeared to be mentally challenged. Several videos of the horrific incident have surfaced on social media showing bodies lying on the street after the car attack, as emergency crews raced to attend to those still alive. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney said he is devastated to learn about the events at the Lapu Lapu Festival in Vancouver. The National Investigation Agency has taken over the Palahalam terror attack case from Jammu and Kashmir police and begun its investigation into the deadly attack that resulted in the killing of 26 tourists, top sources told ANI. The Central Anti-Terror Agency formally registered a fresh FIR on late Saturday following an order issued from the Counter-Terrorism and Counter-Radicalization Division of the Ministry of Home Affairs, considering the gravity of the case as Pakistan-based terror outfit Lashkar-e-Taiba's proxy, the Resistance Front, that has claimed responsibility for the attack. The NIA took over the case 5 days after the incident and 4 days after its team visited the attack site and started supporting the Jammu and Kashmir police in probing what is considered the deadliest assault on civilians in the region in almost 20 years. The NIA team, led by a Deputy Inspector General rank officer, had visited Baisaran on April 23rd, the day after the attack. Official sources privy to the development told ANI that the NIA has formally taken over the case from the Jammu and Kashmir police and stated its investigation. The NIA's investigation is significant as the April 22nd attack led to the death of 26 tourists, including one Nepali citizen, and left over 36 others injured. The incident occurred around 2 p.m. at Baisaran Meadow near the popular tourist town of Pahalgam. The NIA team is expected to conduct a thorough assessment of the attack site, collect forensic evidence and help in identifying those responsible for the carnage. We'll be right back after a short break, so stay tuned for more news.
अरे अरे रुको, खाने को एक ही तेल में बार बार तलने से पहले रुको। ये आपकी तंदुरुस्ती और वातावरण दोनों के लिए खतरनाक है।
ऐसे तेल से आपको कई खतरनाक बीमारियां हो सकती हैं। इसी तेल को कई बार फिर इस्तेमाल के लिए बेचा जाता है, जलाया जाता है या नाली में बहाया जाता है। पर अब रुको, रीपर्पस्ड यूज्ड कुकिंग ऑयल योजना में इसी तेल से बायोडीजल बनाया जा सकता है।
इसलिए रुको, जिससे आप और आपका वातावरण दोनों फिट रहें।
Every day goes through 136 quality checks, giving you a thick and tasty, perfect cup of tea. No wonder Nestle Everyday is your #1 choice.
Welcome back. Safdarjung Hospital has achieved a new milestone in its robotic surgery program with the successful conduct of a complex robotic surgery on a 36-year-old woman who was diagnosed with a giant adrenal tumor. The robotic surgery was conducted by Professor and the head of the Department of Urology and Renal Transplant, Dr. Pawan Vasudeva, along with Dr. Neeraj Kumar and Dr. Abhishek Mandal. The anesthesia team comprised of Dr. Sushil, Dr. Bhavya and Dr. Megha. The procedure was fraught with danger since the tumor not only had grown to a massive size but had also encroached upon and was dangerously adherent to 3 critical body structures, that is the inferior vena cava, the liver and the right kidney. Professor and head of the Department of Urology and Renal Transplant, Dr. Pawan Vasudeva, shared details of the procedure, highlighting the complexity involved. A 36-year-old lady came to hospital with abdominal pain, and upon evaluation they discovered a large tumor in her adrenal gland. He also informed that they decided to attempt its removal robotically. The main challenge was that the tumor was encasing one of the main veins of the body, making the procedure extremely delicate.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की गाइडेंस में, उनके नेतृत्व में सरकार का ये प्रयत्न रहा है कि नई से नई टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ पूरे देश में गरीबों को, नागरिकों को मुफ्त इलाज प्रदान किया जा सके। और इस दिशा में हम डॉक्टर मिस्टर जेपी नड्डा, जो हमारे स्वास्थ्य मंत्री हैं, उनके गाइडेंस के अंडर काम करते हैं। और इसी दिशा में हाल ही में हमारे अस्पताल ने विशेष रूप से यूरोलॉजी विभाग ने एक नया कीर्तिमान स्थापित किया, जिसमें कि एक बहुत बड़ा एड्रीनल ट्यूमर रिमूव किया गया। एड्रीनल ट्यूमर हमारी किडनी, हमारे गुर्दे के ऊपर एक ग्लैंड होता है, बहुत छोटा सा, और इस केस में वो ट्यूमर 18 से भी ज्यादा सेंटीमीटर लंबा और 13 से भी ज्यादा सेंटीमीटर चौड़ा ट्यूमर था। तो इसको रोबोटिक सर्जरी के द्वारा निकाला गया। ये अपने आप में एक विश्व कीर्तिमान है।
इसके बारे में थोड़ी डिटेल आप बताइए।
हाँ, देखिए, ये जो एड्रीनल ग्लैंड है, जैसा मैंने कहा, हमारे गुर्दे के ऊपर होता है, और यदि 18 सेंटीमीटर लंबा और 13 सेंटीमीटर चौड़ा ट्यूमर है, तो आप समझिए कि अगर हम सामान्य रूप से पेट में चीरा देकर इस प्रकार का ऑपरेशन करते हैं, तो मुझे बताया गया है कि कम से कम 25 से 30 सेंटीमीटर लंबा चीरा देने की जरूरत पड़ती है। बहुत सारा खून, ब्लड ट्रांसफ्यूजन मरीज को देना पड़ता है, और उसके बाद भी 4 से 6 हफ्ते, कई बार 2 महीने लग सकते हैं मरीज को वापस अपने स्थान पर आने में। रोबोटिक सर्जरी से इस मरीज को आप समझिए कि तीसरे दिन घर भेजा जा रहा है। इसमें किसी ब्लड की यूजेज नहीं हुई, मरीज एकदम जल्दी से ठीक हो गया, और इस प्रकार से ये संभव हुआ। समझने की बात यह है कि इतने बड़े ट्यूमर को हमारे सर्जन्स ने 4 छोटे छोटे इंसिजन देके, कट लगा के, और उसको ट्यूमर को टुकड़े टुकड़े करके बड़ी सफाई से इसको रिमूव किया। तो ये अपने आप में मरीज की सुविधा के लिए, टेक्नोलॉजी की दृष्टि से, और मरीज को ज्यादा समय अस्पताल में ना रहना पड़े, वो अपने काम पर वापस जल्दी से जा सके, इन सभी दृष्टियों से ये एक बहुत बड़ी अचीवमेंट है।
The grieving family of Shubham Dwivedi, who was killed in the recent Palahalam terrorist attack, has urged the government to honor his sacrifice by officially granting him the status of a martyr. Speaking to the media, Shubham's wife expressed deep sorrow and called for national recognition of his bravery. People often forget the families of victims like those of the Pulwama attack and the 26/11 attacks. Wife Dwivedi requested the government to grant him martyr status. Shubham was the first to be shot. His face was disfigured beyond recognition, and the family never got the chance to see him one last time. Echoing her sentiments, Shubham's uncle also voiced the family's grief and anger. There is anger along with grief in our hearts. We demand that the government declare Shubham a martyr. His sacrifice must be remembered by future generations, he said. He added that the family hopes for a meeting with either the Prime Minister or the Chief Minister to personally submit their request.
मेरी सरकार से सिर्फ यही डिमांड है, क्योंकि लोग ना, पुलवामा अटैक भी हुआ, 26/11 हुआ, लोग विक्टिम की फैमिली को भूल जाते हैं। लोग जाके पूछते नहीं है कि उनकी फैमिली क्या झेल रही है, क्या हो रहा है उनके साथ, वो सब भूल जाते हैं। और शुभम, हमारी फैमिली नहीं चाहती, और मुझे लगता है कोई भी नहीं चाहता होगा कि शुभम को कोई भूले। इसलिए मैं सरकार से सिर्फ ये विनती करती हूँ कि शुभम को शहीद का दर्जा दे दें, उसको याद रखें, उसकी वजह से हम शायद जो भी वो हमें देंगे, हम उसकी वजह से जी पाएंगे। उसको शहीद का दर्जा मिलेगा तो ये फैमिली सर उठा के कह पाएगी कि हम हिंदू बोल के गए हैं, तो हमें उसका सरकार ने शहीद बोल के दर्जा दिया है।
सबसे पहले आप ही लोगों पर हमला हुआ अटैक हुआ?
सबसे पहले वो घुसे ही वहीं से थे और पीछे से आए थे। सबसे पहली गोली उन्होंने शुभम को ही मारी थी, पूछ के मारी थी। हिंदू मुसलमान हो, कलमा पढ़ो। नहीं, हमें नहीं आता, हम हैं हिंदू, हमने बोला हम हिंदू हैं, मार दिया हमको।
और वो लोग थे, कोई टूरिस्ट थे, लेकिन जिस तरह से शुभम ने वहाँ पर उनसे बात की थी, दौरान कुछ लोगों की जान भी बच गई।
मैं तो जितना मैंने देखा है, मैं यही देख रही हूँ कि जितने लोग, मैं सबके सामने क्या बोलूं, घर वालों के सामने, लेकिन जितने लोग मरे हैं वहां पे उसमें से मात्र शुभम ऐसे हैं जिनका कुछ बचा नहीं था, क्योंकि उसको सोच समझ के बिल्कुल समझ के पास आके उसको मारी थी, क्योंकि वो पहला अटैक था। बाकी लोग तो उसके बाद अलर्ट हुए, भागने लगे, चीखने चिल्लाने लगे, तब इन्होंने उन्हें मारा है। वो पूरे बच्चे हैं, उनका पूरा शरीर है उनके पास। हमारे घर वालों को शुभम को देखने का मौका नहीं मिला कि वो उस आखिरी में उसकी शक्ल, उसकी स्माइल देख पाए, उसका चेहरा छू पाए। सर उस दिन तो मुझे नहीं लगता हमारे घर वालों की, आपको लग रहा होगा स्थिति ऐसी थी कि हम कुछ बोल पाएंगे। हम आप ही लोगों से बोल रहे हैं, आप ही हमारी बात वहां पहुंचाएंगे, आप ही हमारी मदद करेंगे। और हम उस दिन क्या बोलते हैं, उस दिन तो सब हुआ था। हमारे अंदर इतनी ताकत थोड़ी ना, इतनी समझ थोड़ी बन के बैठे हुए कि हमें ये करना है। हम तो उस दिन अलग ही उसमें थे।
देखिए, हमारा परिवार जिस तरीके की अब वेदना झेल रहा है, तो दुख के साथ हमारे हृदय में आक्रोश भी बहुत ज्यादा है। और हमारे बच्चे ने धर्म की रक्षा के लिए, क्योंकि आप कल्पना करिए कि जब आपके सामने ये पूछा जा रहा हो कि आप हिंदू हैं या मुस्लिम हैं, और सामने एक AK-47 लिए खड़ा हो, वहां पर भी हमारे बच्चे ने इतना साहस दिखाया। हिंदू धर्म की रक्षा के लिए उसने जान अपना बलिदान देना उचित समझा और कहा कि हम हिंदू हैं। तो हमारी मांग है सरकार से कि धर्म की रक्षा हमारे भतीजे ने करी है, हिंदू धर्म की रक्षा के लिए अपने प्राण न्यौछावर किए हैं, तो उसे शहीद का दर्जा मिलना ही चाहिए।
क्या सरकार की तरफ से भी कोई वार्ता या कोई बात है?
हम लगातार, हमारी बहू और हम सभी लोग, क्योंकि हमारी बहू की ये बहुत, कहते हैं ना, हृदय से इच्छा है, जैसा उसने अभी बताया, नहीं तो फिर आने वाले समय में कैसे लोग याद रखेंगे। इस तरीके की घटनाएं फिर होती रहेंगी। शुभम के बलिदान को हमेशा याद रखना चाहिए। हिंदू धर्म और धर्म की रक्षा के लिए इसको याद रखना चाहिए। आने वाली पीढ़ियां इसको याद रखें। अभी तक सरकार से हमारी कोई सीधी वार्ता नहीं हुई है। हमने आप लोग मीडिया के माध्यम से अपनी बात माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी तक, माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी तक पहुंचाने का प्रयास किया है। आने वाले समय में हम अपनी मांग किसी मुलाकात के माध्यम से, डीएम सर से मुलाकात करने का हम सोच रहे हैं।
The nation has been demanding military action against Pakistan after the Palahalam terror attack, and some visible military response is unavoidable, Congress MP Shashi Tharoor has said, as tensions soared between the two countries after the massacre of 26 civilians in Jammu and Kashmir. Calling it a long pattern seen over a quarter of a century, the former diplomat said that Pakistan always denies responsibility for terror attacks in India despite training and arming terrorists across the border.
Look, as far as intelligence failure is concerned, it's obvious that there was not foolproof intelligence. Obviously, there was some failure, but the question is whether the inevitable investigation that is required should be the priority now, or whether a credible response should be the priority now. In due course, there will have to be an investigation by the government, because it's the government's own responsibility to fix accountability and figure out what happened. And I hope they will do so. But we've got the example of Israel, October 7th. The world's best intelligence services, according to everybody, were taken by surprise on October 7th just 2 years ago. And my own view very clearly is that it seems to me that just as the Israelis are waiting till the end of the war before they demand accountability and answers, similarly, we too should first see the present crisis through, and then definitely there should be an accounting. But I don't expect at any time now or in the future that any country will ever have 100% foolproof intelligence. Sometimes you succeed, sometimes you don't. We'll never know about the various terror attacks that were successfully thwarted. We only know about the ones we failed to thwart. That is normal in any kind of relationship. I do agree that there were failures, but I do not agree right now that that should be the main focus. Main focus should be the outrageous crimes committed against innocent Indian tourists, the damage that is sought to be wrought to the economy of Kashmir in order to increase discontent in Kashmir, the damage being done to communal relations even within India by their kind of inflammatory communal rhetoric when the general in charge of the Pakistan army says Hindus and Muslims can never live together. What is the message he wants to send? This is disgraceful, contemptible language, and we must stand up firmly and unitedly against it. To my mind, all of India is united in wanting to give a fitting response to the Pakistanis.
And that was all for this hour's bulletin. For more news and updates, stay tuned to Hornbill TV. Goodbye.